Pulling up over black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sexy body full of tats. Baby's bad, oh baby's hella bad. After her there ain't no coming back. Wanna take a run at that. I think she's feeling me.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We've got the vintage RadioShack Aero Buggy back on the bench here today. We're actually just going to get it out for a run here momentarily, and I figured, you know what, we're going to show you guys what we did to this, because a week ago, if you saw the video, when we first tried it out on the stock electronics, just after I picked it up, it wasn't going to happen. So before I get it all back together, let me show you what is all in here now. We've got a 2.4 gigahertz ESC receiver combo there. It's an high boxing electronics, as well as the 5-wire servo, and use the stock factory switch that came with the Aero Buggy here. And the only other thing I did really was we 3D printed a servo mount here and mounted it with the stock locations for the steering motor, where the motor would have been. And I kind of jerried it up here. We took out the spring assist for the non-proportionals. Don't need that when we have the servo. And in here, what I did was I don't know if I have one to show you. I probably do. Yeah, right here. So typically with servos, when you get new servos, you'll get something similar to that. Well, I used this little disc here, this little disc mount, and then what I did was I glued it to the stock gear that was in there, which is what turned the front end here, what controlled the steering from the motor, and that was in conjunction with the gear here that we took out. So we are good now, guys. We are fully proportional. Electronics work great. Drilled a little bit bigger hole in here and used the stock battery compartment here. And we just got a 2-cell 7.4 volt 1000 milliamp hour LiPo in there. So that's what we'll be using. I kind of wanted to keep this as stock looking as possible, since it is an older RC here, and it looked very good, like great condition, at least the body. But we had to do a little bit of surgery underneath here to make it work, and the only thing we had to cut out was on the underside here of the body. We just had to notch this out right here, which is covered by this black canopy anyway, so you don't see it, and that was to allow clearance for the servo. So guys, I'm going to get this back together now. We're going to take it out, have a little fun with it. Why don't we just flip it on here quickly. We'll turn, and I'm using the newer style HBX transmitter here. We'll turn that on. Let's turn that on, and we just want to give you guys a little look here. And the steering, I've got the rates turned down on the steering a bit, but works perfect. And the other thing we haven't looked at with this RC when we looked at it last time was it does have a high and low gear setting. So right now it's on high, and we switch it over there for low for off-road. We're going to keep it on high for now. Going to get it all put back together, which is very simple. 5 screws. This body will be mounted again, and we'll see you outside to have some fun with it.
Shack Aero Buggy here, first run. We're running a 2S LiPo on this one, 1000 milliamp hour. Oh, we flipped it. On its feet though, got some good speed there. Not bad. 30-year-old buggy here, guys. In the shape it was when I got it, this is probably the most runtime already that it's seen. HBX ESC receiver combo 5-wire servo. And this thing is awesome. Been waiting all day to get it out. You guys can see it's pretty wet out on the ground. Hasn't been a very good weekend here, but I'm happy to be able to get this guy out. Moving pretty good. Good range. I doubt it went this fast on the 5.8 gigahertz system. You have to trim up the steering a bit. So get that sorted out. And the electronics are splash proof, so we are good to go through the puddles. a fun one to put together. I was hoping, to be honest, to run it on the stock electronics, but it's the next best thing. It's actually even better, to be honest. This thing is awesome. Very cool, guys. Happy I'm able to get this one out for a run. Bring it back in a bit closer here. A little squirrely on the steering. That was the hardest part of the conversion. Was getting that steering all sorted out. We had to 3D print a mount, but it worked out. Well, I'll probably be putting this one on the shelf for a while, but we'll have it out again. I think we'll do a speed run with it. What do you think? Let me know down in the comments. You guys want to see how fast this is going? It's moving pretty good. I'm surprised, actually. I didn't expect that. Now this is a dual speed gearbox in the rear end there. So let me show you. Actually, I showed you at the end of the video at the bench there. So if we were to take that dial right there and click it over to low, that's more for your off-roading. It should be slower. Yeah, it's definitely slower. We're not going to mess around with that today, but I don't plan on taking this off-road. So let's bring it back here. Crank that back up to high speed here. There we go. Oh. Crashed it. Still messing around a bit. The steering trim's very fanky. Bit better now, bit better. Just micro adjustments. Gonna be scratched up a bit. Oh well. Very cool, guys. 30 plus years old on this one. It's working out great. I'm curious to see how fast this is. You know what? I think I've got the GPS with me here. Why don't we throw it on and give it a little speed run before we wrap this one up. Okay guys, we got the GPS mounted now. We're just going to zero it out here. There we go. Hit that play button. And we're good to go. So let's see how fast this guy is now. Set up here. And we'll bring it back here and we'll check it out. I'm curious. One more spin, one more spin. I had some microphone problems there during the start of this run. So hopefully I got those sorted out now. Alright, let's bring it in. Let's see what we got. Alright guys, wow. Actually not too bad, a little bit more than I expected. You can see there, 25 kilometers per hour we got. Not bad at all. I'm impressed, guys. Well, I think we're going to wrap this one up now. 30 years old, well 30 plus years old, the RadioShack Aero Buggy here. Upgraded electronics, worked out well. We'll leave it at that. You guys will see this one out again, I'm sure. But for right now, that's it. If you like this video, make sure you hit a big thumbs up, new to the channel. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button before you head out. Remember, don't be a stranger. See you on the next one. See ya.